beautiful ether. I have some loose ends to tie up. I got some pin backs. Ha! I got some pin backs. Oh, I wish I had some pin backs. I wonder if they're ever going to tour. Pinback is the greatest band in all existence. I am that person. I have one. I thought my phone was in here. It is not. I shall return. My phone's in here. So, a few days ago, maybe like a week ago, I made these two Sailor Moon transforming brooches, and I always forget which series it's from, because they got movies, they got shows, they have manga. I'm out to like kind of like fulfill like a few childhood dreams at once, and I know I'll never become Tomb Raider, so the closest thing is Sailor Moon. I'm going to let's see. I'm out to like, oops, hello. Let's see. I'm gonna be more mindful of the camera angles this time, because I'm always cutting myself off. I can show y'all what you look like to me. Oh, it's actually a very nice picture of y'all. Look how cute you are. I'm gonna get back to this. My hair all messed up. Okay, so like I said, I got some pin backs for these guys so I can finally wear them. Ooh, it'll kind of look nice with this dress, I think. These are the kinds of things that I do have to buy brand new. I usually have a little stash of these that break off of other things. These don't impress me much. Let me see, maybe there's like a freak long one. No. Well, they're a little short, but maybe they just look like, no. I wear pins and I feel like they're not that short, but I can always snap them off when I get new ones or something, because I really want to wear these. And I'll finish the doodle in a split. So I think since they're really small, I'm going to try it on the small one first. And I did these completely with resin and just like a basic mold. So when you get a resin kit, it usually comes with, and I always recommend Mr. Resin. Mr. Resin, they have done me no wrong. I have used countless types of just any type of resin I could get my hands on or whatever I could afford, and it just never worked. It was way worth just, you know, saving up for a little bit. I know I have my own shop and everything, but that don't mean I don't have $3 in my PayPal. I don't even have a bank account. So I make do. My mission is to teach and create and keep my plants alive. And, you know, I have hopes that we'll have a wee bit of success, of course, but, you know. Looking for that mold to show y'all. Oops. as you can see here, I made both of these pins brooches with just this mold. This one I made a little moon because that's the only moon shape that I have in a separate mold, and that was another free mold that came with resin. See? It's perfect for like post earrings and stuff like that. I've used it so many times for so many things. And all I need is her and my light, which I just saw it. I'm still organizing in here, but I definitely made some progress. And let's see. I'm gonna have, this is my little, that's where y'all are plugged in. My little light contraption. I found this weird piece of chicken wire and 2 bits of wood in my grandpa's old garage and stuff like that. I just don't know why I'm so attracted to it. I think it's because it's clear idiosyncrasies and clear decisions that somebody made. I still don't know why they made the decisions or what it's for, but I used to use it for drying, even soldering on. Oh, hello y'all. Oh well, God, I thought it was like 7 o'clock. I thought I was doing good today. Trying to come on earlier, but it's not just going well yet. I am a chronic night owl. I feel most awake around 3 in the morning, and I can't get to bed before like 5 or 6 in the morning, and I wonder why I can't get up before 4 p.m. But it's ruining my life. It's driving me nuts. And out here there's no lights, like no street lights or anything like that, so I can't even do outdoors work. Like, if I used to use a headlamp, but if you use a headlamp out here, moths this big appear out of nowhere on your face. It's intense. Like, you just can't wear a headlamp. It's you turn yourself into a target. But I finally got some Amazon pin backs, not the band unfortunately, to put on my little Transformers pen. It's proving to be quite tricky to find a Sailor Moon costume for somebody with the body shape like this, and but I found one from this website called Dolls Kill. Nobody likes them. It's like one of those companies that they just their mess ups are kind. I'm kind of an arsehole, so I think it's hilarious. But if you look up like Dolls Kill controversy, it's pretty entertaining. So I found one there, you know, because I am out to fulfill a few childhood dreams all at once. And again, this is the UV resin. This chair, I actually found this chair in my neighbor's alleyway. It's from the 70s. It sucks though. So many times I almost, you know, bust ass. But yeah. I lived by this kid who was, it was just really entertaining. Every like story, I don't know if he'll ever end up watching this, but every story is like, yeah, I took a little too much of my ADD medication and I backed the truck into the gate. It's just one of those. There are, yeah, native plant aficionados. Shoot, I just realized I think I messed up. Oh no. So, I'm a space cadet. I have a bad habit of zoning out, and what you see me doing here now is what I do 24/7. Like, I'm always in here, and then when I decided to go live, I'm like, alright, I'm gonna change out of my bleached up leggings and pin back shirt and throw a dress on. These pins have these little spikes in it to hold to the fabric, and I just covered it with resin. But I don't think I covered it so it won't work. Oh, screw it. It's a test. I really want to wear these. But this stuff, I'm gonna get my dad a setup of it. It's Mr. Resin specifically. Any other UV resin on Amazon or anything like that is a joke. It just doesn't work. It stays tacky. I'm sure you could use it for some things, but like, I'm bringing it to my parents' house because my lovely air mattress, my dad burnt a hole in it. He's a lovely human being. So I'm gonna try to fix it with resin because it only takes a few minutes to cure under a light, and you can use it for all kinds of repairs. I'm even been using it to any form of leaks. I'm really stoked about its existence. Oh, no way. What kind of, well, I guess I have a few questions. I never could get graphs to take, but I do say I have a black thumb. I'm just determined, because I don't have the best luck with plants. I think that's why I'm just really good at choosing what plants to anything like subtropical or, I'm gonna bring this outside real quick. I have to grab something before I forget. Ow! Damn it. I still have this part of the room an intense mess, but it's getting there. I'm gonna try sewing my own costumes, and I don't know what it is about costumes. I think, it's just the whole same story, I never felt like I fit in, I had no friends, but I never tried to fit in at the same point. Like, I went through a brief juggalette phase when I was in 4th grade, and I made grills out of tinfoil and said, "What's up, son?" to people as they passed by. Shortly after that, I was just got really into skateboarding, in which I smashed my teeth out, and after that, that's when I was like, well, fashion design is the only thing for me now. And I still have quite a few creations from middle school. So when I try to graph things, I think the big thing is I never had like a sharp enough thing. I actually switched from X-Acto knives to using disposable scalpels for craft stuff, and I've yet to try again with using that. My dad has a peach tree, a Florida peach tree. I can't get I forgot what the stones to grow, and I can't get cuttings to grow, so there's like a method of just getting a basic peach tree somewhere at a nursery and then grafting some of his on it. And recently I tried air layering with a kratom tree. I don't want to get banned for freaking plant. And it didn't take, but I knew what I did wrong. I didn't get a lot of the bark off. And, yeah, the other trees that I have, like mulberry, moringa even, they're those ones that you could just snap in the ground and they'll grow. And chaya, especially. I have to look up all the zones for this stuff because I have an insane amount of cuttings, and I really do want to get them into as many spots as possible. Like Will trimmed all of the cassava last night, and that's where tapioca comes from. And so I'm gonna try to make like kind of like a privacy cage with it, and yeah, it's a huge, huge tuber, I believe. Tuber, corm, I always get the two confused. What is a corm? Corm is something else. It's still underground. But huge, like they sell them at Publix. You have to prepare them properly. A lot of people say you don't, but there's also a village in Africa that's one of the only edible plants around and they do not prepare it. And half of the, what is the disease? I forgot. Gosh, I have such bad... What does the village of Africa have with the cassava? No, but it was big.
Holy shit.
What do the cassava plants in
Paralyzed open.
Paralyzed with isn't there a certain like something? Does Lucy want to say hi? I'm gonna try to get her in the chair. Lucy! Lucy, right here. Lucy. Yeah, hey! It's Lucy's show now. Is this your new career? This is our little old lady, Lucy. She's very old and very sweet. Yeah. I don't want to do animal voice on. Camera. My baby. Little mermaid. Oh, roses would be so nice. I always had this dream that I would have a rose garden. Just because, especially now, I'm trying to collect a bunch of flowers. Oh, well, I can show you stuff. I'm trying to, hoard flowers because with a little bit of patience, drying them, and then, coating it in resin, like these are kratom leaves. Kratom is just a medicinal tropical evergreen tree. It's quite popular, but people have a skewed idea of it. They think it's like mysterious, sketchy green powder at a gas station, but it's not. These are leaves, and the fresh leaves, and this would happen for any leaves. I'm gonna try to make some neem leaf jewelry too. They become translucent, like emerald, and the birds itself are leaf prints of the leaves. Budding. That sounds familiar. I've been growing plants my whole life, but I can never find anybody to grow plants with, so having it be whole life. Oh, oops. What is budding? Stone fruit. Okay. I'll save the, or I'll like it and then watch it. Cause I've been trying to watch more plant videos because I find that when I watch certain things, I do certain things. Fun fact, Alex Jones is my biological father. I wish. Daddy. just ran over my foot. I'm notoriously bad with tech, but I am getting far better. I pick up on things really quickly. And Will found an old MacBook Air, and I wanted an old one because it's got more like plug-in things. I'm a quite obsolete person, so I needed a equally obsolete but still functionable computer. Like, oh god, it was horrible. My dad is like a human pit bull that was raised by a bad person. He has no chill, and god, we almost left that freaking cell phone shop in handcuffs. It was that bad. And I'm also notoriously always broke because reasons. I am bad at showing up on time places, and the work that I want to work in, I can't find work in. I'll get callbacks because my name is Jamie and they assume I'm a man. I've only met one Jamie, two Jamies actually. Recently, I met another Jamie Lynn with the same spelling, which that never happens. And once, I was in a coffee shop and, very well actually. And I started playing guitar again. Oh, I always point over there, it's not there. Because my acoustic broke, and I have a bad habit of just accepting it and not like practicing, but I have an electric guitar, so I've been trying to get some covers, because, you know, my original songs, I'm not gonna sing those, just belt out in those. But I was trying to practice the Alex Jones folk song that somebody put together, and I don't know what it is. It's a definite earworm, and I genuinely like the song. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. I don't sing. I can't sing, but I do sing. And I like to. I play... Well, I only have, I couldn't bring my piano. I got a piano for free from the Lake Worth Streets. And got really good at it. Even learned how to do what's it called? Sheet music and read it and everything. Face and Every Good Boy Does Fine. And was learning real, like, legit songs, like Aretha Franklin songs. And but when I moved, I couldn't find anybody to help me move it, and I couldn't move it. Just, yeah, lost it. I used to have an organ too that had 2 keyboards and then the foot pedals. Same thing, couldn't find anybody to help me move it. And I have pictures of it. I found all my Polaroid pictures, so I put them in a... There it is! I knew it was different. So that's in St. Augustine, and that's like one of those wheels, and I just went to one. Oh my god, I was like, what people? I already, yeah, my brain is just, they are a bunch of Christian moral scum, running giant death factories, keeping babies alive, and selling their body parts. Oh, here's my grandpa. He was one of those, like, people that had to be funny 24/7. I think that's what where I get my, like, inability to be serious. I shouldn't show this picture. Is she here? I'll just lead y'all to figure out who... Oh. I can't even show that for more than... I've known a certain somebody for a very long time. This is me in middle school. Look at that ray of sunshine. So what was I looking... Oh wait, I need to hold that. Oh yeah, the organ. I always liked Polaroids. I still use them to this day. I've been referred to as a hipster before, and I don't care. I don't have a computer, and my phone is often full. So super special moments that I want in my hands instantly, I will use a Polaroid. I already lost the picture. Here's me shooting pool at my parents' house. The house is essentially a bar. I already lost that. Oh, no, I didn't. It's right in front of me. Oh, I found this. Wow, I've got this in St. Augustine. St. Augustine is one of my favorite towns. It's just so cool walking around. There's not many spots like that in Florida. Palm Beach is pretty cool. It's got a bad stigma. People say everybody's rude over there, but they're not. Like, hey, there's really affordable restaurants all over. It's not just like 5-star cuisine. Like, there's all kinds of bakeries and... Oh, I have a picture of that. Oh my god. This is an odd picture of my old room. I really want this. Oh, that's me making my giant cork board. I had a huge cork board. When I went to St. Augustine when I was 16, I felt the need to bring a typewriter. I don't have a computer. Never had a computer. My phone was stolen out of my bike's basket. I was looking for a job like at the beach, and because I lived right next to the bridge, so it was a 10-minute walk. Somebody jacked my phone. I had my phone and my busted iPod, and this is only a few years ago. So an iPod, really small, like smallest memory, and somebody jacked my phone. I didn't have a phone for 5 years after that, happily, like voluntarily. Cannot believe I found this. We were just there, but we weren't there because it's a different one. I knew it was a different one. Keep my babies alive, selling their body parts. I think I'm only gonna do, I'm only gonna do one layer. I'm stoked for this. I've waited a good week for these. Ah, okay, so they're not too short. It is officially complete, which is not, because I would have, if I were to put this on my shop, I would do a whole nother layer of resin after that to make sure everything's, so where can I put it? It's in this thing. I don't want to rip the silk. Dope. And that's what I'm kind of hung up on. I don't know if I should, because see, it's white and it's not supposed to be. So I think I'm gonna, oh, I have to sand it. I mean, that means I have to go grab a file. No! I have one in here. Keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. There's a big glob. Nail salon people use these things that like hold stuff. Oh wait, I wasn't sanding in the right spot. Or never pass up a file from a yard sale. I use them for everything all the time. Even my pig's hooves. Cause like, what you trim hooves with looks just like wire cutters and files, and I have all that already. I do his hooves and all that. He loves it. I'm going to try to shave his teeth, just the ends, to make them a little more blunt because they're so sharp. I don't know if you... I'll have plastic all over my hand. I think it's... Is this it? Do you see the scar on my eye? Never go to sleep with a hungry pig. He gets a little snappy. And it's only happened that one time where he just moved his head too fast, but he's got teeth poking out of his face, and it got my eye. I didn't say a thing. I didn't make a noise. I have a very high pain tolerance, and I just, it was a flap of skin. I don't want to be too graphic, but it was a flap of skin, so what I did was just hold it and kind of like cleaned with alcohol the best I could, and then put it back down, and then just, took some NyQuil, and which I never take that unless like emergencies like this, just to keep my mind kind of like blank and my eyes closed, and it healed pretty good. I also we have well water, which is not great for your complexion and your hair and all that. So what I do to keep my pores like completely, you know, clean is I'm gonna be 30 in like 2 months. Well, December, so not 2 months. But I use coffee grinds every day, every other day, and use coffee grinds, works fine. I make sure it doesn't have any flavor like hazelnut or anything like that. And I just actually, I'll get a really good Guatemalan like coffee bean, just a sample bag, because they'll last you forever, and grind it up. You could do it fine or whatever, and it's the best exfoliant, and the caffeine in it, great for your skin. And then I just use Dr. Bronner's because it ends up being a lot cheaper than having to buying like gnarly body wash from places. And it's just if you could use it for so many things. I've used it for laundry with the washboard, because I have a washboard and I do use it. What was it? Oh, was it the picture? I could pull it out again. Ooh, I have Christina. I'm so used to calling her Chrissy. And oh, hello, Jeff. Welcome to my channel. I'm trying to go live every day to keep just keep alive, to stay alive really. And I'm gonna be starting to do a lot more DIY and craft videos. And right now I'm actually doing a Sailor Moon transformation brooch. Sailor Moon is a fantastic pastime, I swear. Especially if you're really into like geology, astrology, astronomy, it's just, I love it, I really do. When I was a kid I didn't like the English dubbed versions, but now I can't get enough of it. I do like cartoons. I don't like a lot of movies, unless it's like dripping with symbolism and just like kind of like feels like a chase, a symbol chase. I don't like movies that have animals in it. It's just, it bugs me out. Like, I'm the type of person that I don't like I love circus themed stuff, but I don't like the circus. I went a few years ago when I actually don't drink anymore, just out of a personal choice, because I'm always trying to make things and write things, and I just, any form of alcohol, any amount, I just not feeling creative after that. So it was just a sacrifice, and I actually don't really at all miss it. So like, we went to St. Augustine and we were in all kinds of bars. Will had one drink for his birthday, but I don't know, I just have zero interest. And I used to be quite a beer drinker. I loved beer. I think it's because I was always working outside, and it comes with the culture. I should have gloves on. that's okay. Ooh, I should have. This one. Ooh, if Jeff is still here, probably not, but I have a bunch of sketches ready for the next batch of cards, but I only have 4 cards ready that are complete, that have definitions and everything. I've been keeping them in here just to keep them nice. And it's really weird. I got Will the Hermetic deck. A lot of decks I use for studying symbolism, and the first card I drew was Fortitude, and I've yet to see Fortitude in a deck, which I knew it existed. I'm not, you know. I am already under the belief that no idea I have is truly my own. Ideas, where the hell did they come from? Let me see what we got in here. I just found a bunch of old pictures of Christina and I, like nice ones. Ones that... Here's my dad. Looks like he's in the damn Bee Gees. I have a very, very small Florida family. Most of them are dead. This one I used to play drums. This was my first drum set. And I tried to move to Colorado out of nowhere. A lot of family, like traumatic stuff happened. And I threw a dart at a map and it hit Colorado. So it was a US map, thankfully, because I don't think I would have been able to afford if it wasn't. Here's Chrissy and me, but you can't see her face, Christina. Here's my dirt bike. I'm actually trying to get another one. They're just too fun. I don't have a driver's license, but I really enjoy vehicles. I have a few hours in my pilot log though. I went to Skywalker, and it's a airfield in Lantana, Florida. Where is this dang picture? I've gone through many phases. But aviation is definitely something I'd want to pick back up on. It's a very cute picture. I love it. We went to a Catholic school, a very small Catholic school, and we had really good taste in music and really unique style. Like, we weren't little devil worshippers or anything. Little skater kids that like dope music. Ooh, hi Christina. I found a bunch of my old Polaroids. Don't worry, I didn't. Oh my god. It was just one, and it happens so fast. I was trying to find a picture of I used to have an organ, but I couldn't move it. And I did put a ton aside for personal reasons, because I found a lot of cute ones. All my grandpa's stuff, I finally went through it. And stuff that, like, you wouldn't really remember. Like, you and I sitting on a couch at my Uncle Rob's, like, Christmas party. And, just stuff like that. Or, like, watching TV at my parents' house. And, it's crazy how much time has gone by. It is seriously maddening. Because, like, I'm gonna be... I found this dress at Goodwill for, like, $2. And it's, like... actually really big. It's like a size large, but it's A-line, so it'll fit any size. And then I found I already had this, because I like the whole like German girl style. I kind of embrace all of that. And yeah, so it goes really good on dresses. It's brilliant. And, really comfortable. And I feel like any, like, corset-y looking, like, these things look incredible over dresses with the same fabric. And with cottagecore and all of that, it makes it very easy, like, to go out in some of the stuff that I wear. Because I love those corsets. You would love them too. They're like $10 on Amazon. I have one. They look like crap when they're not on, but they're just these belts. I used to sell them at all the like dance clothes stores, but they turn your outfit into like a medieval paradise. I love them so much. And they're essentially back braces. So especially you who's doing a lot of computer work, they're perfect. Yeah, here's God. I keep forgetting that this is on live and not like Skype or something. Oh yeah, check it. I made the transformation brooches. And I just use circles. It's literally a big circle and 4 small ones. With resin, so you don't even have to... I already have one. This is the first one I did. I got some pin backs. Some actual pin backs. You know, I finally tweeted Rob Crow pinback asking where the hell I could get some shirts, because you just can't find them online. If you look up pinback shirt, it comes up with pins. Pinback band shirt, same thing. It's and I had to wear something quite long. I rewatched parts of my last video, not the last video, but the video before that. I get why my high school was like, you can't wear that, it's too short. When I was in high school, they told me that all of the time, and I was just wearing what everybody else, you know, could get away with. And then one of my friends actually put on the dress for me, and it was to her knees, and I was like, this is hysterical. But they said still I could not wear it. Anything. Or leggings. So we weren't allowed to wear leggings back then, because they weren't yoga pants, they were leggings, and they were god-awful anyway. My hack back in the day? Yeah, seriously, it's my mission with this channel that's why I close every, like, segment out with, like, Green Dean says of Eat the Weeds, because he's, like, one of the most important people on freaking YouTube, and he's slowing down a bit. He used to post all the time. He posts edible weeds, like, edible plants, and like those hitchhiker things here in Florida, totally edible. I sit out in the garden eating them all the time. It's like a good way to get local pollen. And pinback. It's my mission in life. It's everybody should know who it drives me nuts that they're not more, like, their stuff is so relevant for today too. Like Rousseau, the drones are near. What? It's perfect. Maybe I got Will really into him. Because it's all computer, like, it's like programmer friendly, like sci-fi loving friendly music. They're brilliant. And all the small sounds, and it's like a lot of bass. So good. One person said their voices were too, like, whiny. But Christina is literally one of the main reasons why I have an excellent taste in music. Between you and my mom, you're the ones who, like, really gifted me in that. Because I still have flashbacks of when I think a real estate agent lent you his Zune, and it had like 50,000 songs. But oh my god, Porno for Pyro. There was a song by them that was like legit amazing for Pyro. I have to search it so I don't forget it. That's why I always forget it or try to remember that, because that Zune had like the best music on it. God, what was that song called? I can't play it now anyway. I always get booted. Super Chunk, oh yeah. No, that's pretty much, I always go for full circle. I've been listening to a ton of the Smiths and Pinback right now. Because there's always like a set of songs that you get really into, and then the next time you listen to like the same albums, there's a whole nother set of songs. Like Smiths, I've never really listened to the song A Rush and a Push and The Land Is Ours, but God, I can't stop listening to it. And yeah, them too, Justin, Mark, both. Like, oh my God, the amount of music. Like, we didn't have Spotify or anything like that, or like we had Justin, Mark, and skate videos. Like every song on Lakai's Fully Flared, still listen to today, and enjoy Bag of Suck. And I think there's another one. Those are the only two that I really remember. That is wild. I totally forgot about that. That is A1. Like, I always think about David Byrne, but oh my God, Morrissey, what? That is insane. I remember Dawn and I were supposed to see AFI, but they canceled. I remember Donna because I think I was staying at the night at her mom's house. And Davey Havoc had a sore throat. That's why they canceled. You know what I was listening to earlier today? Yesterday? I think I texted it to you too. 112 Anywhere. And Cassie, Me and You. Those two songs is insane. Jabba No Wanga is another thing that always pops into my mind. Just saying it. Jabba No Wanga. That's catchy as shite. Yeah, no. It's wild because, like, 97% of my childhood memories. You're right there. It's wild. I was just talking about, I'll just say, whoop whoop. I'll be right back. I'll get some coffee. She is the largest toad I've ever seen. I feel like I say that every day. We got bufo toads here, and I mean, got them in Lake too, but out in the swamps, they are massive. They're hysterical, but I did not get coffee. Yeah, they're like best friends now. It's wild. Because, Donna's always been very responsible. And, yeah, they're like, not like, God, family. Aaron is a mystery. I haven't seen or heard from him in a long time. I started the whole, I was talking to some lady that you might know last night. Some lady named with some lady who's like 5 feet and blonde hair and always has red nails. And it was interesting. I've been on this like not a mission to like keep in touch with everybody, but I'm just trying to be better at it. And because I have a bad habit of disappearing, not only here on live, just straight up disappearing. But but in life too, because I'm a hermit. Like, I'm the type of person that'll message an old friend. I'll be like, hey, what are you up to? And they're like, what the hell? We haven't talked in like 15 years. I'm like, oh, I forgot I was alive that long. But I don't know, time doesn't exist in my mind, I guess. I'm painting this gold. I decided to do it. This stuff is amazing. It's liquid leaf. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's what I call perfect. Yeah, let's see what the conversation was. Let's see where. Oh, I'll cover the name. I sent her pictures of the Chinese human eating robots and the dogs that are fitted with snipers. Things. So apparently, she didn't respond. She only read the messages. I said, because she was talking about a certain letter of the alphabet, and I just said I enjoy certain letters of the alphabet, and yeah, and I don't know. This is the stuff. It's liquid leaf, and it's literally like very metallic. It's really fun to work with, and I always forget how famous it is. Holy cow! It smells like spray paint. She wants a pig, and it is one of my duties in life to convince people to not get a pig, because they are not at all what you expect. They're very dangerous, and if you don't give them like 24/7 affection, they're just like, when we got back from St. Augustine, he was a whiny little nightmare. But they have really bad separation anxiety, and there's a lot. Pigs are just a lot. We both work from home, and we're always here. Like, all of our work and play is here, so pig is a good fit. But gosh, 90% of them, I don't know if that's the actual percentage, but a huge percentage of them are returned, and that's why there's so many that are in rescues and have to be put down. And it's really sad because they're legit humans, and I mean, if she could handle like Great Danes and stuff, I feel like she could handle a pig, but they're so heavy too, and their feet are so sharp. It's just I mean, you never know. It might change your life, actually. Who am I to say? I know I couldn't take it another pig, and I was so worried about, like, somebody getting one and being like, hey, I can't take this, like, can you come grab it? And my conscience would force me to, and, one is definitely enough. You're not supposed to have just one, but he was raised inside. He was the runt, so his mother would have killed him, actually. And, he's just, yeah. Yeah. She said that it would be, a lot nicer to sleep with a pig than men. Which I agree with that. I can't sleep without the pig at this point. I really can't. He's in there right now, just, like, sleeping away. He sleeps in bed with us every night. Every single night. Look at that boy. He's the best boy ever. That's why the next stream I am gonna do it in the room with Blue. I have a MacBook Air coming, like I keep freaking out about because I'm genuinely stoked. It's been a while since I had anything to type on, and I have quite a few like products ready to go, so I want to do some emails and stuff like that. And yeah, I gotta get on it. Feels so official. Little computer. It's been years since I had one. Last one I got, it was like a $200 Lenovo, and That thing was horrible. But I could type on it. And yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm trying to get my family off their asses because they like do nothing but watch TV now. And it's because there's somebody that has a cell phone scrambler, dead ass. Like every single person's cell phone on the block doesn't work, and it's in the middle of a little town, and it's just mind blowing. Like no internet, no service. So anytime I go to my parents' house, like there's no communication. It works from like 12 a.m. to 5:30 a.m. and then it's back on. And like I know there's some sketchy stuff. They found like a pill mill on Dixie Highway, and it's now a school, and it was a school before that. But there's all kinds of sketchy shit, especially on Dixie. And it stops working right on their block too. So as soon as you turn on the street, you see your bars go whoop. I actually think I liked it more without the gold, but that's okay. I'm trying to start getting into cosplay because there's really no rules in it, even though there's like a lot of gatekeepers, but Jamie don't care about that. And yeah, I have a Sailor Moon costume coming. Actually, I highly recommend. It's like 30 something bucks when you like look for codes online. I know a lot of people don't like Dolls Kill. There's like all these controversies about it, but dang it, they have the cutest Sailor Moon costume right now. They call it the Guardians of the Galaxy costume. Adorable. Everybody needs one. And like I want to, cause Will's got a Steam account on his computer, and I think I'm gonna be able to play on his computer through mine, so I could do it with Blue. There's so many like really adorable games on Steam, and I want to test them all or like run through them all because I'm not quite a gamer, but I really enjoy like characters, and I gotta find more things to make. I want to do more of the Sailor Moon pins, but I already did two. I have to move on to something else, or it's so good. There's 3 movies for free on YouTube too, and they're all equally amazing. Like I don't remember half of the stuff. Like it's wild. They go so in depth with things, and I don't know. Like again, and I'm sure you too, love like learning all the symbols because like symbolism and math are the 2 like truly global languages and timeless. And I have like this half-assed plan of trying to decode the Minoan. There's 2 alphabets, and one of the Minoan ones hasn't been decoded yet, and it's like a spiral of like shells and starfish. It's really sick. If you look up like undecoded Minoan alphabet, but everything's connected, and it's all like symbols that like I cannot go out and not like notice triptych architecture, like the 3 doorways that lead to the 2 pillars, or the 3. So it'd be like the 2 pillars, and they usually have a moon and a sun, like something that denotes those 2, and then the 2 pillars are like male, female, and then the rose windows like the union, and then it goes into the triptych entrances, and really interesting. And it's hidden in plain sight everywhere. We actually saw this, let me try to find it. When we were in St. Augustine, there's the Flagler College there, but there's, maybe it's like June 2022, I'll just do that. So there's this just random Masonic gym right next to Flagler College. And I know that's like normal to people, but I got such a thrill out of it. And all the symbols on. No, I always forget to charge my phone. I could do it though. I have it here. Ah! Darn it. Now I can't see the chat. Oh no. No. I was so close to the picture too. Yeah, there's a Masonic gym, and it's got the G on it, and then the what's it called? The cemetery that's right in that area has like, there's one cool symbol. There's like a book holding an open book, but there's the Order of the Oddfellows symbol, and I have yet to find an Order of the Oddfellows symbol in the wild, because I have some interesting, like the 3 chain links of them. I keep wanting to go to the Masonic Temple in like Worth, because it's just so nifty. They have an altar in the center of it, and the filaments of all the lights are the G, like with the compass, and just highly fascinating. And that's because they got symbols upon symbols upon symbols. Please link it up. Please link it up. Your writing has always been legit, and it's just taken it off into a whole nother world. I still have flashbacks of your drawings, and I can't remember, like, I remember how you used to, like, your eyes and your lips were always so, like, dead on. And I remember kind of like the Brody Daly, or Brody Armstrong haircut on one of them. I just can't for the life of me picture clearly how your lips are. I remember, like, there was the line in the center, and they were like, your eyes and your lips were drawn so freaking awesome. And I remember since I was a kid, I have the design notebook somewhere. I have got to find it. Oh yeah. Let me grab some coffee. Please link it up, because I'm the down. Keep forgetting coffee. This is back on. Alright, let me get that picture, let me get that picture, let me get that picture. Maybe if I look up Masonic, it'll just come up. Masonic. Yeah! Masonic thing! And there's me. Proud finder. Found it in the wild. But the building itself, yeah, has like a little, yeah, that's where I found it. How cool. Well, interesting. I find it equal parts cool, unsettling, kind of creepy, highly interesting. Wish they were open. I would have been asking some questions. I would have been getting some, well, the questions probably would have been along the lines of, do you guys have any pamphlets? Because I'm collecting any pamphlets I could find, any prayer cards. Who's this for? Joshua Swallows. It's used in resin. And these, the ones in perfect condition, I've been finding little vintage picture frames and framing them, because the art is just undeniable. Conversion of St. Paul. I'm actually trying to get this necklace. I found one, I believe they're called medals, of Saint Medard or Saint Medardus, and he's the saint of hurricanes. And the story is just so epic. How he survived a storm as this eagle, like, chilled on top of him, like not moving, wings spread. And so it's a very symbolically intense story, but also like Florida hurricanes, and yeah, and it just has, you know, a little Saint Medard on it with an eagle on top of it, and that's one saint I've never heard of. Like there's hundreds of saints I've never heard of, but I just started looking up random things, just like I look up Sailor A, Sailor B, Sailor, just to see all the different characters, because there's an insane amount of characters. Like there's Sailor Dark Moon, which is like, all of them have like a negative side, and then they all have a final form as well as like a future form. Shit, it's wild. I've never paid like that much attention. I like was just like, oh, cute outfit. And the art, like the transformation scenes where all the ribbons come out. Oh. What is that called? Fibers? Like the fibers of maybe cells? 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 Remember? Um, it's one of my fondest memories. But, woo! I will take a screenshot, actually. No! I brought a notebook this time. I thought I brought a notebook this time. I have a notebook. Alright. This is my notebook of lists of things to look up and do. I wanted to get more of these because I like, when I make resin stuff, I try to make them as special as possible. Least amount of chance of going into a landfill. Cause
You're live.
what? I know. Wait, I am or I'm not?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know this stuff isn't the best for the environment, but I use it so sparingly. I don't like make these massive plain chunks, which, you know, I don't have a problem with whatever other people make. But, like I made this for anybody who is mildly impatient. It's from Kafka's The Trial, and just got destroyed, and didn't want it to go to waste. And yeah, so I added a bunch of it to, and these things. I'm trying to get people to send me doodles, hint, hint, so I could make them into, it's totally plastic, and it's a resin charm. And that's just a quick watercolor doodle. Oh my god, I didn't do my coffee. This is the hottest room in the house. That's what I was second person. Adidas is a German brand or not. I heard from a little bird that they were sold to the same company that makes Adidas. Maybe I'm just not looking it up right. Because I cannot find a thing. I was gonna work on my painting a little bit because I don't know. It's dry? I'm experiencing trust issues. A dot? I'm gonna go straight one. Good night, Christina. Thank you for stopping by. I'm trying to get on a little earlier, and then I'm gonna start figuring out what days I should go on. I started watching the story of Tanya the devil, or Tanya the evil. Shit's wild. The art is intense. It looks pretty centered. Hopefully next time you see me, I will be proudly displaying a Sailor Scout uniform. Uh-oh. Oh. Shoot. I'm not going to be able to... Oh. Oh! Did you move? Did you migrate? $10:30 though. Gosh, I didn't get on last night until 1 in the morning. So that's probably why my painting is so freaking sad. It's somebody crucified on a tree, but she's gonna be holding her... I can't even describe it. It sounds awful. A few drawings in here. I picked this up on eBay. I just liked how blatant the lanterns were. I just thought it was very strange. Just 4 big old gas lanterns on a tree. And I've been really enjoying this set of watercolors by Mei Lang, which I believe is the same company that makes Paul Rubens, which I guess are good because I can't afford them. And then did that. Just I like how the background came out. And these are just doodles. I do want to eventually learn how to draw people. This is, my mom has a deck of Saint Michael cards, and each one has a prayer and really cool art on it. This is Hathor. I never finished her though. Hathor is the Egyptian goddess of love. And this was me making some concoctions. I studied a little bit of everything, but mainly like folkloric herbalism and shamanism worldwide, because shamanism is worldwide. I like to grow plants, and like the more I study, the more I learn about said plants, like elderberry. Elderberry, the reason why it's linked to the underworld is because its stems are hollow, and since they're hollow, you could use them to make a flute, which was also equated with the underworld. And that just makes it so much more interesting. And then coxcomb, I call it velvet broccoli or velvet cauliflower. Coxcomb is a flower that there's a few different varieties, but in ancient Greece or ancient Rome, always get the two confused, they put it in their like vests, root to flower, and it was believed to protect you against arrows. And a crown of cockscomb was believed to help you heal faster if you were sick. And all kinds of things like that. I love it. I'm still trying to find more information on the folk uses of kratom because I'm just so sick of the stigma. Stigmas are very rarely warranted. Okay, I'm going to do the last layer of this resin, and this one will be done too. I'm really quite proud of how these came out. And I just move it around until it's evenly coated. And, oops, I should have a mask on. Do you like my Gucci mask? I won't wear Chanel anything unless it's fake. Chanel is a pretty notorious Nazi sympathizer. I don't understand why everybody's like so gung-ho to wear her like anagram on their bodies. I just think it's hysterical. Like, the same breath, they're like saying all this like kind of, you know, woke rhetoric. I don't know how else to say it. It's not a political message. I don't have any opinions. My opinions change more than my moods, and I'm more open to listening because it's just not worth an argument. Because people don't really know how to debate anymore, and like, I'll tell you what, if I agree with you on something, I have this insidious like desire to always play devil's advocate. So if you agree with something, like, I'll go on the opposing side and continue to debate, and it does lead to arguments because people don't debate, and I only do that subconsciously to find a middle ground, because if we both agree on something and we're talking about that, it's just like a lot of confirmation bias, like, and I just find it more useful to, you know, it's real world shenanigans. People, it finds, I don't want to say like fantasy, because I live in my own la la land, I'm well aware of that, but the lack of patience, lack of understanding, a lack of willingness to listen, it's enough to just, I'm already a homebody and a hermit. I do like, if anybody ever needs to talk to somebody, I enjoy being that person. But like, it's to a point, like, you can't even discuss your diet without, like, you know, just full on attacks from so many different directions. Like, unless you're vegan, of course. Like, it drives me insane that Michaela Peterson's TEDx talk won't be posted, and but they have all these talks about how, like, going vegan will kill cancer and stuff like that. Stuff that has no, like, solid evidence. Like, when I see people go vegan, it's deterioration, not, like, embodying health. And I'm sure some people could thrive. We're all different. I cannot. I've tried multiple times. I have a thick and juicy conscience that gets into my way of sleeping quite often. And I know I wouldn't be able to put down a cow. I would be able to, organize the meats of an already deceased animal because it wasn't waste. But, I go out and find dead birds and put them in salt because I like feathers. And I'm not going to buy them. I'm going to buy feathers that have been boiled off an animal when I could just, I like finding and sourcing stuff myself, and I don't like buying new things, like new crystals or new real feathers or new fur. Any fur I will ever use in any of my crafts. I mean, I have a ton of it. It's from like the 40s and 50s, and it was sourced from somebody's garage. And as far as feathers, I will never use a brand new feather from a store. All of the feathers that I have, I've found myself. I have a bag over there of small ones, and then I have a cornucopia in my room of the big ones, and just a lifetime of collecting feathers. And anything natural. On the same token, I won't throw anything natural away. Like, if I have a bunch of shells that are broken and I know I'm not going to use them for anything, I'll throw them in the yard. What? Throwing something natural in the garbage, it's just so bizarre to me. Throwing stuff in a garbage can and having a person pick it up to put it in a big pile of garbage is very bizarre to me in general, but I don't understand why all plastic isn't just remelted, and I have like those kind of thoughts, I suppose. I actually started researching how to do that, and you just simply separate all the plastic by the number, the recycling number, and a lot of it you can melt pretty easily. And then just get molds and make pens, all kinds of things. And you can make pen blanks so that the cartridge you could put a new one in, and that therefore making that pen last a lot longer. We actually started saving all the aluminum cans because why are we throwing away aluminum? Aluminum! No! And I do want to start a little hoard of steel because a lot of the cans, like the animal cans, steel cans, like it says American Steel on it. And I don't know, does it feel right throwing that stuff away? I don't know. I can't not think about it though. And I mean, I definitely try to make my footprint as little as possible. I mean, I don't even drive a car. I do have a few hours in my pilot's logbook, but it's from years ago at this point. And I do like using things that would otherwise be thrown away. And yeah, all the stuff I get from yard sales, thrift stores. People know if they are gonna throw away a bunch of their stuff to let me know first, because usually I'll grab it. And yeah, and I still can't sleep at night. I don't kill bugs either. It drives people crazy. Why don't you just like knock the mosquito off? Why can't you kill it? Because it's just gonna continue biting you or us. It's like, I can't. I don't know. It's like some inner stuff. One day I was a little buzzed back in the day when I used to actually drink alcohol. I killed a roach in my apartment, and a baby roach crawled out from under it. I guess I was a little buzzed at the time. I cried in the shower for like 4 hours. It was not. And already before that, I never killed bugs. Ever since I was a kid, I've never did that. And it's just one day I was upset about something, and I just took it out on this random organism. And like I get, if like it's infestation or something, of course, like you gotta do what you gotta do. Thankfully, I haven't experienced that. The only time I did commit a mass genocide of sorts is when my old Lake Worth apartments, termites, and they all fly at once. And all you do is when you go to sleep, or if you go out, when you go to sleep because it's dark, and you leave one light on, and you hang some duct tape or any type of tape really from that light, every single one of them will manage to get themselves stuck on it. Like, not an inch of the tape was. Florida, termites get really bad down here. And yeah, it was an instant solution. No chemicals, no fly paper, anything like that. I used fly paper once, and my cat Audrey instantly got it tangled in her tail, and it was horrific. And yeah. Another one down. I'll probably put this one on because it's bigger. This one I messed up the color combination on. I made this one on live. It's one of my first posts on Reddit, and it got really good reaction. So a lot of people wanted one, so I figured I would just make one live so others could make one themselves. And again, it's from Sailor Moon. Ooh. Ooh. Dirty. Okay, just gonna put that back there. Let that cure for a few more minutes. Oh, it's hot in here though. I have a fan somewhere. Or I could change. This is one of my favorite necklaces I made. It's resin. It's a snake. And it's got so much stuff in here. Like, just off the top, it's got real cash, money rice, copper, a mason bee head, marigolds, rose petals, saffron, real gold flakes, shells from the beach. Shiva shell are also called cat's eye shells, fenugreek seed, a jalapeno seed. There's a tiny seed there, but I can't make it out. Poppy seed, lavender, some rosemary from the garden. Yeah. Just a bunch. Magnetic sand from a local botanica. Just a lot going on that piece. And then this one is using metal scraps from BDS or BSD. I always get confused. Fabrication Works in Lake Worth, Florida. Yeah. I just can't wait to pop this bad boy on. So the back isn't very like perfect because it was an imperfect pour. It was just an experiment. And I sanded a lot down, but I didn't sand it perfectly smooth. Because again, it's just an experiment. And I quite like the roughness of the back because it is a handmade brooch. And I like when things reflect that. I'm not a factory just yet. It's another favorite. I use those Jacurdi seeds and everything. They're quite a well-known good luck charm. And I'll only use them in resin pieces, so there's no way anybody can ingest that because they're horribly toxic. Or is it poisonous? I get those two confused. But, deadly. A lot of museums stopped carrying Jacurdi seed jewelry because the people who make the seeds into beads, when they prick themselves, freaking die for a minute, like, so, yeah. And when I was a kid, I used to have pockets full of them. I used to collect them all the time. And I remember even when I was a kid, I used to heat these up to see which ones pops, like popcorn. God. Nobody knew. My parents had no idea. I told them not too long ago when I remembered to. That's why it's important to know your local plants. Especially if you got kids around. Because there are things that you could just touch. Like, I was weeding hardcore not too long ago. I have pictures. I could post them on my Discord. My hands were swollen like balloons. Turns out, in the creeping oxeye, hid an insidious amount of poison oak or poison ivy. Yeah, it was horrible all the way up to here because I weed bare hands and I don't stop. I'll do it for hours at a time. Both hands covered. Yep. So that's why I did get gloves and I got boots, but I got those during winter and now it's summer, so like you really can't wear much of anything outside or else you won't be able to move. It gets so hot here. I am curious because a lot of people did move to Florida these last 2 years, so I'm curious like how they think of the summer and all that because it gets pretty rough. Like walk to the mailbox and back like you're dripping rough, and like having long hair. I haven't cut my hair in years, but I got split ends, so I gotta like trim those, and maybe it'll grow even longer. But yeah, I'm not one of those people. I just let it do what it wants to do. Every now and then I'll put mayonnaise in it, and I have this henna mix. It's got henna and gooseberries, amla, and that's really great. I usually mix it with an egg, and it's like a hair mask, and you can even put a little extra henna in it to like give your hair some color if that's what you're into. But I actually have some black henna hair dye I was gonna use, and it's 100% natural, and it's it's actually Ayurvedic hair dye. It's used with common Ayurvedic herbs. I'm sure there's some chemicals in it. But even the chemicals will tell you exactly what plant and what part it's from. It's pretty neat. And that's why when I do get skincare stuff, usually I just use coffee grounds, Dr. Bronner's, and olive oil. But if I do get something a little extra, like a specific moisturizer, always from an Indian bazaar, and it's always the gosh, what's the brand called? It's a turmeric cream. Oh, I think it starts with a V. But that company makes all kinds of stuff, and they make this really good rose water face wash, and it was like $2.99. And just like the skincare stuff at Indian like markets are some of the best things I've ever used in my life. Like a lot of saffron, turmeric, of course. It's just I have a few little hacks like that. Live in Gucci for pretty darn well free. Better than Gucci. And I will clarify, if you hear me say Tesla technology, like in regards to like, you know, oh my god, these headphones are so great, Tesla technology, it's not referring to Tesla like with Elon Mollusk, it's referring to Nikola Tesla. And if you hear me say, what's the other one? If you hear me say Gucci, that just means fancy. It doesn't mean like it's made by Gucci. That's it. I have a few little things that I do say often, and in general life, they're always like, Tesla technology. No, it's not. And as far as Elon Mollusk, there's something up with all that. And not good something. It's like very Disney villain. I mean, like Trudeau. I haven't seen he was a freaking Disney villain since day one. Ever since I saw that goatee, I was like, oh my god, the man is evil. And that turned out to be a little. And say that with background. Everybody thought he was so like fine. Like, just because you're French, that only gives you a little bit of fineness. But gremlin. The man is a gremlin. And I don't mean that to be rude, because I'm sure they're very sweet in person. But after learning the backstories, I mean, obviously everybody has some dark strangeness about them. But, you know, I think I look a little too closely, I don't know. I get the heebie-jeebies very easily, especially watching the news. If anybody has any news sources, feel free to recommend them below, because I do find it hard to keep up with world events, constantly jumping around. Wyon, WION, Indian news outlet. I like the segment Gravitas. I find that to be pretty useful. We Are Changed, also here on YouTube. I wish the episodes were longer, and you know, it does get, like, one day I'm just gonna freaking sign up for Luke Uncensored so I can stop hearing about that. Like, everybody has Luke Uncensored money, Luke Uncensored. Come on, give us a little bit more treats up on here. Some of us are bound to YouTube. For as far as like news and stuff, because I don't have any services. And like, see, the news that I want, like, I have to go onto certain websites, because local news, alright, you know, I don't mind what's going on in the community, but I hardly hear anything. And it's, I guess, mainly political, so you don't get any of, like, what's happening in robotics, what's happening in just technology in general, science, what's happening at CERN. Like, they succeeded in a collision. Is there anything, like, else that they have divulged us? But, the interesting stuff is not on the news. It's like, you know, bus driver stops bus and saves kitten, and then some crazy, like, political rant, which I get. People thrive on politics, but I don't know if they spread Lyme. I stay away from all that. There are very few things that is ultimately important in life. That's water, food, creativity, and community. And it's actually not so much TikTok, but like the videos, like, because it could be real shorts, TikTok videos. They almost give me hope in humanity, because all these social, like, experiments, it seems like the general population has a good connection. The general population is highly, like, very separated from any form of, like, government, and I don't know, the general population is pretty solid. And you see it, like, if you drop something, you got 5 people running up to help you pick it up, or, you know, all kinds of examples. People deciding to compliment you, like, even if it's like, that's a really cool mask, or something like that. There's always some form of communication happening. And, I guess the older I get, and the more that I study globally, there aren't really a lot of places like that. There are, but, like, the amount of spots that's almost rude to say hello to somebody unless you know them. I'm not gonna name specifics, but we have a pretty darn communal. That's why it's such a shame that everybody's arguing about something right now, because you could disagree all day, but, like, for instance, I could be sitting with 3 people on a bus stop. We're all waiting for the bus to, you know, to arrive, so we're all passing time, light conversation, maybe some jokes. So what is that over there? You know what I mean? But point is like, we could communicate, but on that bus stop, it doesn't matter if the person next to me is a liberal or a Republican or conservative, and it doesn't matter if the person on the other side of me is pro-life or pro-choice. We're all sitting there waiting for a bus. Like, I take the bus, I'm just saying. So, like, personal thoughts and opinions really, really don't matter to me. They fascinate me, and I do like asking questions, but it's not, I don't know, I'm not gonna start screaming at somebody if they don't agree with. Maybe if they say Pinback is a hot pile of shit, I might, wig out a little bit, but that's warranted. They're the greatest band ever, okay? They are. Pinback, if you're watching, I'm just kidding. I love you. It's ready to go. Put this over here. Oh, I'm so excited. There they are. Look at that. All done. 2 transformation brooches out of a relatively small amount of supplies. Oh, you! Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Let me take this necklace off. This is that necklace that I lost for like a year straight and finally found it. I'm so proud of myself right now. I shall be honest. I cannot tell a lie, and I don't exaggerate. No need to. Oh, I love it so much. I'm really stoked. I'm really stoked. Let me show you real quick. I'm getting my drink. I'm so stoked. Really proud of this. And I got a small one, so maybe I'll give this one to Will. Oh, I got some Sailor Moon earrings right here. Maybe I should wear those instead of my necklace. This is my favorite necklace. Well, these are my favorite charms. It's just on a chain. So, I have a bunch of things here. I have my great-grandmother's 1930. Where did the 19 come from? It's just number 13. A little pentacle, sterling. A little sterling hourglass with diamond dust. My mom got me when I was in high school. And then this is my favorite thing I've ever found. I found it on this weird website called like New York City Jewels or something like that. And it's a snake with a sword. And then a piece of moldavite. And a 4-leaf clover. That was also my great-great-grandmother's or great-grandmother's. I have to ask about that. Let's do it. And again, I'm out to fulfill many childhood dreams. I got these from Hot Topic forever ago. My mom was trying to rebuild her credit, And so she got a Hot Topic credit card and used to get me all kinds of well, now I feel like a little plane up in this area. But, I don't know. God bless her heart. She used to give me all this stuff. I'm sure Doctor Who is a great show. I've personally never seen it. And I had so much Doctor Who stuff. Like dresses with the TARDIS on it. Boxes, handbags in the shape of a TARDIS. Candies, I didn't mind too much about that. But all the stuff was... And if I only, like, held on to it a little longer, I would have just pawned it off too well. But I really liked the Sailor Moon stuff. Oh, every day I wear a different scout symbol, but I took my Sailor Mars ones off last night when I was sleeping, so they're still next to the bedstands. Childhood dreams. And of course at home. My costume coming in a few days, and I'm going to be going through any witchy themed game or garden themed game or just like herbalism themed game on Steam and doing playthroughs of them. I'm not necessarily a gamer. I enjoy playing any games, playing any instruments, and so I'm quite excited for that. I have a little computer coming, so I'm going to be able to play through that and stream through this in the room with Blue, so that'll be quite nice. It'll be very nice. Oh, 11 o'clock. I'm still... What? What's AKA Star Cabbage? Pak choy? I have always wanted to try pak choy. It looks so good. It looks so good. Oh, my hair is really messed up. Whoa! Thank you. This channel is about 2 months old, and I have 116 subscribers as of right now. And trying to do a giveaway, so if you like any of the creations you see, feel free to leave a comment below, then I know you're subscribed, and then I have names to pull from. I don't have any names to pull from right now. I think I have one name on my Instagram, and which is Good Witch of the East Coast. Feel free to check it out. But yeah, no, make anything anything that you'd like. Handmade incense, handmade oils. I could do massage oils or ritual oils. And incense, I could do cones or self-burning incense or loose leaf incense. And jewelry, I have ample amount of directions. Transforming pens. And my plan was to pick 2 or 3 people, but I don't have 2 or 3 people to pick from currently. So I think I'm going to start making more reels with some of my creations to kind of be like, oh, these things really do exist. Because I think my biggest problem is promoting. I wouldn't say I'm bad at self... I want my necklace back on though. I feel so naked. I wear this thing like every day. And the charms always change on it. We went to St. Augustine, so I needed every single good luck charm I had. Because I had to leave the pig here, and he was so, like, separation anxiety is a real thing, and next time I'm putting an iPad up so I could talk to him the whole time. I'll be back. Let me see if I'm still alive. Nope, I'm still alive. So crazy. 142 videos I've posted in the last 2 months. That's wild to me. I'm on for 2 hours. 11:11. Make a wish. Did you make one? Good. Soup. I do want to keep working on my drawing, but I also want to start a new one. I'm just so excited about this. Maybe I should take a picture. Oh. I use this certain lip stain ink crayon by Maybelline. It's the closest thing. There's this one company called Bite, and they have a color called Mochi. It is my favorite. But you have to use it while it's super fresh, I guess, because I used like my normal tube, and my lips almost fell off. And it happens with any lipstick, come to find out. I've worn red lipstick my whole life. Well, not my whole life, like since I was like maybe 22, and my whole life. So maybe I just like start rejecting things after a while. I don't know. It's the only makeup I use. But yeah, like I don't know. I tried doing the whole like once I had Bare Minerals, and then I tried like, you know, what is it called? The house that's not foundation. I have really oily skin, so, and I live in Southeast Florida. Just doesn't work. If I curl my hair, it's fallen done within 30 minutes. And like I have slightly wavy hair, but I don't have curly hair. And the only thing that does work are those foam curlers you sleep in, and my hair is like Shirley Temple's the next day. It's so cool. But I used to have shorter hair. I used to go through phases where I cut my hair super short, and one day they just cut it too short, and I have not had the courage to try again. I looked like a Bobo Snow White. It was here in Southeast Florida, in my face 24/7. I enjoyed the beach. Had to avoid the beach unless I wanted to wear like a bandana, and then since it was so short, it stuck out. Like, it was the worst. I remember once somebody cut my hair, and I turned into a wee little bitch, but you know, that's the past. I can't do short hair. If I can't pull it back, I just can't do it. That's why anytime I see a girl in like a horror film or like an action film and she has her hair down like this, I'm like, bull. She can't see. Like, even when like I cut my hair back so like my peripherals are open so like I can see, but if my hair is down regularly, I can't see it. And like sometimes I'll be looking down and I can't see anything. I'm always looking. That's why I always like to have my hair up. But I have like a long neck, and I have like big, you know, everybody has those things about themselves. And so to me, I look strange if I have my hair up. And so I try to wear it down. I'm just ranting at this point. Same thing with side braids. They mess with my peripherals. I do have this lovely thing. This is the reason why I have so many weird, chaotic lights in here, is because I have visual snow, and what that means is and it does happen in overlit, like fluorescent lit rooms, but mainly shadows and darkness. It's all static, 100% static. And I've been describing this my whole life, and nobody believed me. Everybody's like, "Oh, that's how I see too," or they just I don't know. They don't know how to picture it. But I stopped like researching around 2011 because that's when I was living at my grandparents' house before it sold. They've since passed away, and I had access to a computer and I started really researching it. And the Visual Snow Initiative wasn't founded in 2000 until 2012, and I think their like tagline is literally "Visual Snow, it exists" or something like that, or "It really exists." And yeah, so like in like dark, like when outside darkness, or say in a room pitch black, instead of the corners being concave, they look convex. Everything looks either one dimensional or it's protruding the opposite. I love how you just get a random picture of Frank Zappa texted to you. That's nice. I just saw. Oh yeah, I have to contact. I haven't paid for this shawl on eBay yet, and it's only $6, but I have $3 in my Venmo and like 97 cents in my PayPal. I think. I think when I said it earlier, I got it confused. Let's see, actually. This is what owning your own business looks like, y'all. I'm still in my infancy, to be fair. Oh no. I got logged out of PayPal. Oh, thank God. $2.45 in PayPal. Woo, big money hustling. And in my Venmo, I have $3.51. Hey, between the two, I could totally, yeah. This one kind of looks weird, doesn't it? Whoopsie. Well, it's 11:20 on a Tuesday, July 12th here in Florida. I also think I'm not dressed very comfortably, and that's why I'm not moving around. That's why I wear, like, just plain as possible dresses, because I'm always moving around. But like I said, I looked at some of the footage and didn't realize how short it was. But it's like an hour or something, so I don't want to delete it. And, you know, to quote somebody's sister, ain't no shame in my game. And, yeah, so I'm 5'9", so some dresses just don't work. I'm not even like that tall, but I'm not. what to work on. I think that's my whole problem. I don't really want to draw. This, you're seeing it live right here. That's my problem. I spend a lot more time thinking of crafts than I do crafting right now because, I don't know. I say it's because I don't have all my stations set up yet, but I think it's more so just, maybe a little ADD? I don't know. I never really think about this stuff. It's all these freaking commercials and advertisements. Like, ketamine has changed my life. Like, it's pretty mind-blowing. Like, when I was a kid, it was, I don't know, it was so sterile, and I feel like in some aspects the world is opening up to, like mushrooms in Oregon, I believe it's Oregon, for instance, and, probably more places now. That was quite a while ago. But it's just interesting to me, because, I mean, where does medicine and, like, big pharma, like, little things come from anyway? Plants and other natural sources. And there is quite a lot you can harvest yourself. I always recommend starting with Green Dean, Eat the Weeds, here on YouTube, and he has his own website where he documents hundreds, thousands of edible medicinal plants. Weeds, what those refer to as weeds, meaning they just grow anywhere and everywhere. And like they knock down a house and it's a meadow of Spanish needle, 100% edible, $20 a pound in some places in the world. It's used as like a pot herb, a green. Great way to get local pollen because the flowers themselves are edible. And who doesn't love edible flowers? They're peppery. They're very good on, for instance, like a tuna sandwich. And yeah, there's the Florida betony, which is called the scientific Stachys floridana, and I have yet to find it in person, but the roots or tubers, the roots look like larvae. Really interesting plant, and just all kinds of things like that. And it's stuff, and you could pickle them. They're crunchy, like almost like a radish, and you just find them, or daikon, at broken ground, little meadows, abandoned properties, in foresty spots. Like, there's so many areas where you can find a literal, like, what is it, the word? I almost called it a literal menage a trois. But it's a literal, like a spread, a buffet. I forgot what, like, the other word is. I think it's a French word. Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts. So, French word. I was thinking it was a French word. It's a smorgasbord of plants, edible things. And there's a ton of fruiting trees all everywhere. I mean, you get to the northern parts and you have a lot more berry shrubs and all kinds of. And the berries that are 100% edible but taste like nothing, like American Beauty berry, is one I could think of. And oh, firebush has really dark purple, almost black fruits, and sometimes you'll get like a hint of sweetness. They're like the La Croix fruits, and but you can use them to make a chutney. and or any type of jam or preserve, because usually it's equal parts fruit to equal parts sugar, so it doesn't have to taste like anything. And like I used to make a South Florida salsa that was sea grapes, and they were never really at the same time, but sometimes you would be able to do it. Florida cherries are these little pumpkin shaped cherries that grow on a really common landscaping, like hedging, and they taste nothing like cherries. They taste more like a pimento, like a pickled pimento, like a pepper. That's reminiscent of a pepper. Great to make a salsa with, and or to roast and to like put on a bun for a burger and stuff. Um, During my like phases where I get really into eating weeds, it feels only natural to make it outside, even if it's on one of those propane like grill burners. The last thing that I made, because Will like went on a whole journey of we were making our beef outside, and but last thing I made was scrambled eggs with tree spinach, which is chaya, and that's another tree. It's great to grow for shade. We're in zone 10B, just zone 10, and it grows so fast. And it's another thing. If you've seen a frangipani tree, the stalk or the tree itself is reminiscent of that. Like, really easy to snap, and you just put it in the ground and it'll grow, and it'll grow really fast. And they look like manicured trees. They grow so perfect. It's just like whoop, and then a spherical shape. I guess I'll post some on my Discord, because they do have quite a few really cute pictures of them. They're the perfect little tree, and they flower seemingly year round. And the flowers are these stems that stick straight up, and they have bunches of white flowers on it. They attract so many butterflies. They're the coolest. I don't know why people don't talk about them more often. There's two varieties that I'm aware of. One has a broader leaf with, I believe, like 3 or 5 like notches, and then the other ones are kind of more like thin, thicker, more fibrous leaves. But it's really great alternative to spinach. They actually keep their shape. They don't get slimy or anything like that. The only thing is you have to boil them first to get is it tannins? It's something you really don't. And I always boil it for extra time, because they really don't lose their texture, or like they don't really fall apart or anything like that. And they're completely digestible. It's not like they keep their shape, but they don't like dissolve, and it's just different. It's a totally different plant to consume. It's interesting, and very easy to grow, very easy to gift. So that's always a good plus for plants, is how easy is it to propagate. And that's pretty much the plants that I do push, is elderberry, milkweed, of course, mulberry, chaya, cassava. All those snap and root in the ground. You don't even have to. And you could root them with water too. Done plenty that way. But you don't need anything. You don't even need hormone. You just need some ground to stick it in, and it'll do its thing. And jewels of opar for your ground covering. Even though I haven't gotten them to the point of a ground covering, they're more of like a sparse plant, but they'll grow, either stay little small guys or grow into be massive plants for what it is, but and really delicious, crunchy, succulent-like leaf that's fully edible. If you ever wanted to eat one of your succulents or succulent-like plants, give jewels of opar or opare. I think it's opar, I'm not sure. A lot of the stuff, I never said out loud before, because I could never find, I don't know, people interested in the real life, like in wilds, and, there's a lot of gatekeepers in the plant community, or like people that just say no. But I'm not one of those people, so I will continue to push my Jewels of Opar seeds. Like, seriously, any human I come across, I give them a little glass bottle of Jewels of Opar seeds. They're used in traditionally in Chinese medicine for anemia and a few other things. And another good one is Mexican Dreamer, but there's two varieties that I know of. One is a sweet and one is a bitter variety. They both grow from cuttings. You can stick them in the ground or in water. And it's a traditional herb used by the native peoples of Mexico, the Chantals. And they use it for astral projection, lucid dreaming, dream recall. And the scientific name for the variety that we have is Salea zacatishishi. Salea zacatishishi. And it has a heavenly, like, very earthy, like, fragrance to it. I do make incense cones with that, and I add lavender and any other herb that I have on hand that y'all would like. And yeah, no. And mugwort, of course. Mugwort, lavender, and Mexican dream herb is the trifecta, so I might as well combine them all. And I do like adding, what's it called? Chamomile. But I find sometimes, I'm just gonna say it, it takes on like a jizzy smell, like a bleachy smell. So, I don't know what it is about it. It's like grapefruit, apparently. If you put grapefruit in a smoothie, it'll ruin it. I'm not sure if that's true. I've never tried putting grapefruit in a smoothie. I really like grapefruits, but I could see that being a thing, because it's very harsh. You know, if they're not sweet, you just throw some sugar on it, but in a smoothie might be a little weird. I'm not sure. It still sounds good to me. I don't think, I don't know. I think it's because I didn't coffee enough. I don't know. I think it's this outfit. I'm gonna change. I did want to show this off. There's a few more copies of this available on eBay. Gory Games, based on the works of Edward Gorey. And there are all these little puzzles. Look at all the... It's brilliant, is it not? My mom recommended I get this, and this is from... $19.79. Look at the bats and the bicycles. It's so modern looking. Gory Games. And a lot of the, like, I got it more for the art and just because I was genuinely interested in what this was, and the seller gave me a really good deal on it. Some of the puzzles are like hideously simple, but the art, you just cannot beat it at all. And you got the answers back here. I love it so much. The spooky stuff of the 60s and the 70s, you really can't beat it. Like of course 1930s German art is, I love it so much. Oh wait, I think my mom might even be able to see this. Yeah, mommy. There's a cell phone scrambler. I swear to God there's a cell phone scrambler near her house, at risk of sounding nuts. Only her block doesn't work in, like, you know, a city, and it's just her street. Every single person, like the neighbors, has two phone services, AT&T and something else, and everybody's on different cell phone services. Nothing works. You always see the neighbors in the middle of the street trying to get their phone to work. And I think it's clear that there's a cellular scrambler in the area. I tried to call this. I meant to call the cell phone company. I don't know why I called the store that sells cell phones, because of course they're not gonna know. They're like, no, that is not possible. I was like, no, man, they're scrambling the cell signals. You gotta believe me. I'm really, really enamored by these. Ooh, I got like a choker next. I need to get more moon molds. I'm gonna pop out here real quick to see what he's up to, because I don't know what I'm doing in here. is really getting stuck in my head. And then it made me think how insidious. What? I'm using that word all kinds of like often. I find jingles to be incredibly insidious because, like, you're minding your own business, you're in your own thoughts, but the Amazon, like, sale tune is stuck in my head. I don't like the TV. I like YouTube. I'm a content person. YouTube is more than enough for me. There's millions of videos on here and songs, ads, but you know, I actually get a kick out of some ads. Like the Red Bull ad that was just on, it shows it's like hair salon, and then a barber like build new barbers right next door to him. So there's like his shop in between two others, so he just changed his sign to entrance. So it looks like the entrance is. And I was like, hey, I get a kick out of a lot of, because they are designed to sell you something. So sometimes they can get quite clever, but insidious nonetheless. And oh. Everything Will orders comes with these things, but they're perfect for cell phone charms. So, I have been doing exactly that with them. Come. Voila! Genuine leaf cell phone charm. I'm still really stoked about these though, like nothing else. I'm really stoked about these. And could always make more. This one I made a little moon to put inside of it. And this one I made the moon out of tiny little gold symbols, because I didn't have a moon mold that big. So I made the moon shape with symbols. And I was not sure it was going to come out, but they didn't migrate much, and to me that's a clear like crescent shape and a success in my book. Oh, where am I? And anything else? It's about 11:49 here in Southeast Florida, and been on for quite a while. This has started 2 hours ago. I know I keep disappearing, but I just put on a pot of coffee and I wanted to pour some, and there was one more thing. Oh, I have to redo my lipstick because this is mad uncomfortable. I notoriously don't like makeup. I don't like how it feels, but I love red lipstick and how it looks. But after like an hour, it becomes unbearable, and I just... I'll be back. Again, sorry. much better. I found these hearts already made in that big haul of beads I was gifted by an inmate. So and the ear hooks were also in that haul, and just put them together, and they are my favorite so far. Very talented lad that created all these pieces. I love seeing crafts made by other people because, I don't know, I think it's the closest you could get to like what a mind is capable of, because following instructions or like, it's different. Like, yeah, you could create our like machinery and stuff like that, but so precise and mathematical. But art and stuff like isn't at all. Like, it can be, but random little creations. Even another good example is like people's repair jobs. Like, you know, when you like, for me it was one of the like most memorable is when both my grandparents passed away. We were clearing out their houses, and they had two right next door to each other. They were in a good era. But they there's so many little repair things and like things my grandpa put in my grandma's like cabinets to hold her coupons specifically, and these little weird like idiosyncratic things I'm just obsessed with. I think that's why I like old buildings so much, because there's a lot of that in it. And abandoned buildings and stuff, because you can see closer to the bones, and I just love it. I used to be quite a little urban explorer. There was a paper mill in West Palm Beach, and somebody ended up burning it down. I mean, the whole building was like absolutely full of spray paint cans, and I finally did find a few pictures from it. And anyway, it was 3 stories on one part, and it had one of those like things, it has all the rolls on it so you could put boxes down it, and it went through two stories. And then there was this one part that was just like this empty warehouse, and there was scaffolding with a couch on top. It was just one of those perfect, like, graffitied up, like, immaculate art everywhere. And of course, no spray paint can had the nibs on it. And once I was with a couple of people and we got threatened by somebody with a knife, but we gave them some cheap beer and some cigarettes, and it was all good. And was able to even take pictures of their beds and stuff. I don't know why I did, but I took pictures of everything in there. And I never had a cell phone, so I was always carrying around this huge DSLR camera in the sketchiest places. And half the time, I'd be having headphones in my ear. I was such an idiot when I was a kid. But an idiot on an adventure. Another absolutely retarded. I must have had a death wish. I used to walk down alleys and open, like, at, like, Clematis is a well-known street in West Palm Beach here in Florida, and I used to go in the back and open the doors, and any door that was unlocked, I would just walk in real quick to see what was in there. I wasn't a thief or anything, I wasn't taking anything, maybe some pictures, but, one of the most memorable ones is I opened the door and it was just a stairwell, and I was like, if I don't go up the stairwell, I'll never stop thinking of the stairwell. And it was very like those back rooms thing. It was like an old, dingy, yellow lit stairwell. And I walked up it and went to another stairwell, walked up that. And it was like, it must have been a hookah lounge or something, because it was this huge abandoned restaurant with all this Egyptian like stuff. And like, there was no entrance to it to the front. So it was definitely, that was the entrance to it. And pretty neat. It was really neat. And of course I had headphones on. I don't know what I was thinking, but glad I survived all that. I don't leave the house anymore. But I used to not be able to sit still. I like riding bikes cities away with this fishing pole and a notebook, of course. And like a lot of the photo sites that I have is from an abandoned building in West Palm again. My guess is that they were just like an artist couple, high art, and I guess their home and studio experienced a fire. It was mainly like some home things and a lot of like film supplies and stuff like that, which I wish I took all that shit, because you know that went in a landfill and was bulldozed. But I had a strict rule of like not taking anything, only pictures, because like that way if like the cops did show up, I'm just like, I wasn't harming anything. And the pictures were always beautiful, so like I feel like if I was always like really in and out and like good at getting in and out, whether it was through an AC vent or like, you know, if the floor was lifted, just go through the little things that you use to get under a house. Florida, there's no basements or anything like that. I have yet to come across one anyway. I'm sure in North Florida and like inland, but I've never seen a Florida basement. South Florida basement. North Florida is totally different. One of my favorite places in, I just realized, I think it's on Abandoned Florida. There's an Abandoned Florida website. It's some people watch porn. Some people watch people walking through abandoned buildings on the internet. Okay. And they did the A.G. Hawley tuberculosis complex. That was in Lantana. It's mostly all bulldozed. It's probably all bulldozed by now. But that place was intense. I only got into a small section of the main building, but I went through all the back buildings, and then there was this one that had like prosthetic arms, target things for target practice, but all the bullet shells were all bullet blanks, so they weren't shooting out, so it was hitting the targets. And why were they in this? Like, they had this one room, like, the one room had a desk, one padded wall, like, fuck the dark shit that was there. There was all these files on women's behavioral health and, like, people's patient files, and you could tell they were from, like, late 70s, early 80s. And, all the furniture was pushed to one side of every room, but not pushed, like thrown, like not even nicely stacked, literally thrown. And it's the only time, like, I've had 2 clear paranormal experiences. It's the only time I've heard something, and it was with a group of people. We all heard it too. We heard keys jingle and somebody say they're in here, and there was not a single person around, and like we were all terrified and got the fuck out after that. So like that's why I know and we talked about it for hours to weeks to months after. So all heard it, can't explain it, and the building was already really creepy. The room with the desk and the padded wall had a what's it called, a latch to the basement, because you did go upstairs to get to it, so it had a bottom part, but you couldn't open it. The latch was unlocked, but you couldn't open it. It was like absolutely sealed. There was no screws or anything. And we walked through the forest. Oh my god, at night. It was so dope though. I love the hex out of all of that. And the other time was I was staying at a place that a woman died in, passed in. Shoot, I think there's words that you can't say or something like that. I don't know. I still have to look that up because I ramble. But anyway, I felt somebody sit or graze their hand on the bed and sit down, and I was like, well, because I was still awake, I was like, well, I'm just gonna pretend to turn around, and because like I thought, like my friend was just came in and like sat on the bed. I was like, what the fuck? This is really creepy, and there was nobody there. And then after that, like that's when I found out like what happened in the apartment, and yep, that's the the 2 big paranormal experiences I've had. Okay, so it is 12. my big goal was to stay on until 12, because usually I don't get on until 12:30 to 1 o'clock in the morning, and try to get better at that, like. And the main reason of doing live is really to kind of keep traction, as I am getting a computer on Thursday, and we're getting a chainsaw, word. And so I want to start editing videos again, and making more clear instructional videos on certain plants and crafts. Right now I've just been doing lives because my phone doesn't have any storage really, and I don't have like any editing software that I could, like any app I could find. I can't find anything that I could add more than 20 photo or 20 clips, unless I pay for the like annual package or whatever. And it's like, buy something to use on a phone, or just use a computer that has it already, and get Sailor Moon costume, or like, you know what I mean? I have like, what's it called? Prospects or goals or something like that. But thank y'all, or thank y'all, and thank for anybody who has stopped by, and anybody who finds this video. Sorry it wasn't very climactic, but I did finish these and I'm really stoked about it. I think it's the last live I did, maybe not, a few lives ago. If you look up hand or DIY transforming brooch on my channel, you could see exactly how I made it. You might have to fast forward to like an hour in, because I do have the tendency to ramble, and that's why I'm glad I finally did this channel, because I kind of live in the swamps now and I don't get out much, and I miss like crafting with people and showing them tips and tricks and learning tips and tricks from them, so I enjoy putting this stuff out there, adding to the Akashic record, if you will. Hopefully my content becomes a little better, clearer, and concise for greater productivity outputs, but till then, like Green Dean says, from eattheweeds.com and Eat the Weeds here on YouTube. Oh, there's a frog. Toodles. And check him out. Again, eattheweeds.com and here on YouTube. He documents and tells you how to identify, how to prepare them, everything. Edible, medicinal weeds. Especially good for us Floridians, because a lot of them are in the state. We got quite a few climates going on. South Florida and North Florida are almost like two completely different states. And both equally gorgeous, I'm not saying anything. North Florida's got the chanterelles, the mushrooms that look like paradise. I really want to find some of them. But anywho, yeah, like Green Dean says, Eat the Weeds, Toodles, and yeah, I thank all y'all for helping me get past 100 subscribers, so I'm gonna start making some reels about that, because I enjoy making people things, and that's exactly, I already planned on doing a lot of giveaways, because I make so much stuff. Like, when I make something, I make like 8 versions of it, and if I like a certain version of it, I make multiple. Like, can't see much of the desk, I'm sure, but I have a bunch of these. I have a bunch more pendulums to make, but I've been kind of on a standstill because I like doing custom pieces, but I need like custom orders to do custom pieces, and I do accept trades and barters. Yeah, and trades, it could be like if you live in Oregon. I really am looking for some nice like river stones, or if you have certain flowers that don't grow around me, certain color rose petals. Like, I'm looking for so many supplies that it's actually more efficient to trade creations for supplies than it is to just constantly be buying things, and it's just why, if it doesn't have to be draining, why make it draining? I enjoy trading things with people, just like Pokemon cards, or, you know, and I never quite grew out of all of that. And I didn't grow out of much of anything, actually. But, and, yeah. Doing one last look around. I think maybe I'll finish my coffee. As a saint to look up that Christina recommended, I'm really stoked about that. I'm working on pantheons for my website, so I'll have all of the Christian saints, all of the Babylonian gods and goddesses, Egyptian, Greek, Roman, Mayan, Aztec, and feel free to contribute any information. You will be given full credit. Any links that you have will be added and included. Try to make my website more communal than anything, and yeah, there's just so many brilliantly talented local artists, like, even in my given area, that, you know, and it's no fun doing anything yourself. Include people. Why not? Okay. Thank y'all, and probably see you tomorrow. Hopefully I wake up a little early. And to do that, I have to go to sleep a little earlier, so I am going to probably should stop drinking coffee. If I try to, like, calm myself now, I think I could be in bed by 3. Last night was about 4:30, 5 o'clock. The night before was a little later. And the weekends, forget about it. I just refuse to sleep. I have a fear of sleeping. It's time traveling. And, there's so much I want to make and do that every time I oversleep or something, it is the most soul-sinking feeling in the world. So, yeah. I mean, I was even thinking about, like, getting medicated, like, something, get me up in the morning. Will won't spray me with water. Just please, continuously spray me with water. Get me up. I don't want to sleep anymore. But, yeah. Can anybody relate with that? Okay. Anyway, bye. Thank you all.